heart's desires become reality. At Set to Love, we offer strategies and ideas on how you can stay out of crazy town. See, your human experience is meant to be lived with meaning, purpose, and creativity. You are here to contribute through your essence. We are best friends, moms, entrepreneurs, and above all, find our flow in assisting you to find yours. We come together weekday mornings to bring you ideas to fall deeper in love with your life and the journey that you are on. Take what works and ditch the rest, and always stay set to love. Thank you for being a part of this community. We're all designed to live in flow. So let's go.
Good morning, everyone. Be intentional about your time. That's what we're talking about today, or your today, excuse me. Anyway, what a great time we're going to have. I love these mornings. I hope everyone's doing great through these holiday times. I want to introduce my best friend, Eva Payne. Looking forward to our chat this morning. I don't know why, but I can't hear you, Eva. So I think I'm just going to keep on chatting with everyone about being intentional about your today. You just never know. You might have to leave and come back. I don't know. But either way, guys, about being intentional about today, I think part of the thing, the what to do to start to be intentional, to me, is to also be organized. For me, when I'm organized throughout the day, very good. Yes, because it's not the same without you. But what I was telling everyone is that it is really important to be intentional about your today. But for me, before I can be intentional, I try to, with my surroundings, be organized. And when you can get organized, you then can be intentional, because all the chaos around you can make you so stressed out that I think that's the number one place to start. Even just making your bed, and so that if you throw things on top of it, it's not just messed up blankets and then everything, all over the bed. So for me, I'm an organizer. Before I can start my day, I have to shower. I have to have my, things in order to be able to start. What about you?
Yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday, and I was thinking about how, so the kids are gone, they're with Chad for this week, and I work from home, and my schedule is my own. So no one, we talked about accountability last week, there's really no one to hold me accountable to doing anything. I could literally just watch Netflix all day if I wanted to. How would that serve me, and how would that serve living in flow for me? Well, it wouldn't. Unless I was like having a super sad day and I just thought I just need a day for myself. So, but I don't. I have a very big to-do list. So I started thinking about my big to-do list, and there were things that I want to do and there's things that I have to do. And I started trying to prioritize everything in my mind. And then I sat back and I said, I have to be really intentional about what I hope to get done and how I hope to do it. So I'm not just frantically in my day going, okay, maybe I'll just go to Walmart now. And well, I guess I need to work on that report, so I should do that. And oh yeah, I forgot, I got to work on this. So let me jump into that, because I can get frazzled like that. So being intentional about how I plan my day is super, super important. And then that got me thinking about being intentional about the mindset that we bring into the day, because I started to go to crazy town a little bit, thinking about how am I going to organize everything I want to get done for Christmas, plus work, plus even just like getting in a run in my day or something like for myself. So anyway, that's why I thought we should have a discussion around how to be more intentional, why it's important to be intentional. And yeah.
Well, I think that's a good suggestion as far as, trying to help people to have intentions, because I really do think when you do prioritize and put things, but my question for you, I'm wondering what your answer would be, is, I am one of those people. I have things I have to do. I have clients I have to see. I'm on a time clock. So our scenarios are different.
Right.
And sometimes I think having to be somewhere is easier than not having to be somewhere because once you're in, you're in. But my question is, what happens when there's a kink? Let's say,
Mm.
something comes up and you have to make a quick doctor's appointment and you're like, oh, I do not have time for this. What advice would you give someone who that there's no putting that off, and then that changes, whether it be a doctor's appointment, you have to go pick up a sick kid? What would you say to someone to not basically get derailed for the day?
I mean, the first thing I would say is take some deep breaths. You will get through this. Again, there are things you have to do, and that is a have to do. And so everything else can wait. And hopefully, you have enough people in your life who have space and grace for you to be able to, you have to go somewhere. You have to do something. So, like your client, if you said, I'm sorry, I have a doctor's appointment, we have to reschedule. Like, hopefully, that person's cool enough to be like, yeah, Shelley, of course. That's how I treat people in my life. If they say something came up, I'm sorry, I couldn't get back to you. Can we reschedule? Blah, blah, blah. I'm always like, yeah, totally. Do I ever give anyone a hard time about that? No, I'm not that kind of person because I don't want people to be that way with me. So I think that's how you handle it. You take some deep breaths and you just say, this is what I need to handle. This is where I need to go. This is where the universe is directing me. And you just go in that space with love, and you just hope that everyone around you can support you as you move forward.
That's great advice, because really having a flow life is to not panic with any situation. Kind of
Mhm.
stop, like you said, take a breath, realize who's around that could help you if you need it. And I think the best part is to not stress over it, to not make it a bigger escalated deal than, and that's what I hope people can see too, is don't make it a bigger deal and get yourself in a panic. Whereas if you just stop and think for a minute and strategize in your head, like you said, what's the worst thing that happened? Yes, you can't be there, but you can work later in the day, or you could, there's always solutions. So for those of you who sometimes you'll get a call to have to go get a kid, or something happens and it changes your entire day, you kind of have to have the mindset that, wow, maybe this is happening for a reason. When I get stuck in terrible traffic and it's not moving and I want to get, so crazy, oh my gosh, I need to be somewhere, I just kind of take a breath and go, okay, maybe this is God's way of saying there could have been an accident, or, I'm being saved from being in something else. So,
And really, at the end of the day, what are you going to do about it anyway? You're in traffic. I mean, regardless of whether the universe is working for you or against you in that moment, it is what it is. You have to go to the doctor. It is what it is. So there's just an acceptance with the moment that you're having right now. Just
mhm.
being with it and saying, okay, I set this intention for my day. I really wanted to bake today, but I got a call that said, sorry, that's not going to happen. You need to come show up here. Or you were to call and say, hey, Eva, can you take me to the doctor's? Or, right?
You
Like
would do it.
I'd pause. I would just pause and go, okay, yeah. And you show up.
That's a great, you just said something that really is something I want to say, as far as, if you really do get behind too, call a friend. Call
Mhm.
a friend, because a friend, there's always, like for you, for instance, you don't have anything you have to do today. So if I really needed you and I said, oh my gosh, I have to do Christmas early, I have, 3 hours of wrapping to do, can you come help me? You would do it.
Yes,
So
yes, and
there's always somebody out there that can help you bake or clean. I mean, I would pretty much do anything for a friend, so it wouldn't matter what it was.
and that's why everyone needs a Shelley in their life, because we should all have people in our lives who are supportive, who can help us, who can talk us off the ledge, who can help us like go, okay, I have 50 things in my head and I don't know how to prioritize what. Can you help me? Someone who is an organizer. So if you have a difficult time setting intentions for yourself and you have a difficult time prioritizing your day and looking at, okay, well, what is the most important thing? But also not just making your whole list about the most important thing. Sometimes like the have to list, we focus so much on that we don't put any into the I want tos. And I think that's really important and something we should probably touch on to wrap it up. Like thinking about self-care and incorporating things in your day And truly, that's about living in flow, is doing something in your day that you love. So 51% of your day needs to be in a state of joy, not needs to, but could be, right? If you like, what could make you happy? So having a conversation with someone that you love, maybe that is just enough to fill your day with enough joy and enough love. So having things in your life that really bring you joy, that really in your schedule, and intentionally putting those in. I'm going to call my sister today. I always love when I talk to her. I'm going to share this idea with my best friend because she's always so supportive. Doing something like that in your day, being intentional, will just bring so much more flow and joy in your life.
That's so funny you would say that. This morning I got a FaceTime from my daughter Brittany, and I set my phone up here and I'm doing my makeup and everything. We stayed on the phone the entire time we were both getting ready. And
How
it was
fun.
that was so much fun. And it's like, you can take even time like that while you're doing something else. And we just chatted away. And I feel so full and joyful that I had that. I feel like I could have been with her because we basically just FaceTime, but it was so much fun. So yeah, my day is a hectic day today, but I feel like that's why I try to tell people, get organized around you so you don't have all this chaos. That's why I don't leave dishes in the sink. That's why just certain things I set myself up to win and prepare, sometimes the night before, if I so that the next day isn't so crazy.
Right.
And then you're ready to go through your day however it is, and make a list, check the list off. Whatever you don't get done goes to the next day, and that's the top of your priority list. And before you know it, when you have to do it, you do it because you work until it's done.
Yep. That's so beautiful. And I love that you said that you talked to Brittany this morning, because setting your day up in the morning, being intentional about how you wake up, not waking up like, oh, let's go, fine, but waking up and doing something, having the mindset like, okay, I get to do this. I get to talk to my daughter in the morning. I get to, I'm going, and you can say to yourself, like, I'm going to have a day full of joy. I'm going to do something today that just brings me so much love. And really setting that intention that your day is going to be good, instead of like waking up and going, oh, I got to do this and blah. Just stop telling yourself, I have to. It's, I get to. You get to be
Yes.
alive right now. You get to experience this day. You get to be a human. There's so much beautiful about that. And when we realize that, and when we just like realize that we get to be here, and you get to have whatever day you want to have, and be intentional about it, and don't just let it be Groundhog's Day, because it so easily can be. Or you can get stuck in doing things that aren't important and don't fill you with joy. So you get to choose how you enter your day.
And I
And the
really do want to say to those people that are really struggling right now, this will be even harder for you. So just try to find one thing that you can be grateful for, or one thing that will give you some kind of joy. Do that self-love for yourself, because our lives, Eva, are so blessed. We have a roof over our head. We have so many things to be able to start our day with, food and heat. And there's people out there that don't have that. So, I almost feel that I really just want to reach out to them and give them hope, if they do hear this, to realize tomorrow can be better. Just take one step towards.
And
Um,
I love you, Shelley, because I love how I get into like, you got this kind of mentality. And then you're like, okay, Eva, but some people don't. And let's be compassionate. I love that about you. And this is why I
yeah.
love doing the show with you, because like even us in this topic, we have such different perspectives, as do probably so many people out there. But I love you. And yes, what you were saying is so true. I mean, when I felt like there was no way I was getting up and getting to my day, it was like just holding gratitude for a few things that I truly felt grateful for, like being alive, like having a hot cup of coffee, like having someone in my life that I loved who loved me. The simple things were enough to get me through to the next day. And that was like the intention, like just hold love, just hold gratitude. That would be the intention that I would have for the day. Like I said, it could be a mindset thing, or it could be a physical, what am I going to get done thing. But being intentional
Well,
about how you want to show up for your others. It's important.
I think of my mother-in-law when I was married the first time, and I was young, and when I would complain about something or whatever I would do, what we called her Mare because she was Mama Bear, so we called her Mare, and she would always say, "Count your blessings, count your blessings." I'm like, "Mom, that does not help me right now for you to tell me to count my blessings." And it's really weird how, full circle times it's like she's so right about counting your blessings and what you're grateful for. But sometimes if you're not in the headspace or whatever, that's why this flow life funnel is so important. It's something that's practiced. It's something that we get better at day after day after day, and you learn situations. And it's just about being intentional about your day. That's part of the flow life funnel. And that's really what we're trying to help people to do, is just make their life easier. And I'm so excited. Your books, first, one of the chapters are coming up. Talk about, being intentional. You've got some work to do. So I'm so excited.
That's why I have to have a very, very clear schedule, because when you do have a big goal, there is no like, whenever, all of a sudden I've got deadlines. So it's just a very different way that I have to show up for myself right now. And I'm learning how to love myself and just do it with as much possible grace as I can. It's tough. It's tough doing something like this. Okay, that's a topic for another day, though.
Yes.
Shelley, you want to take us out for today?
Yes, I do. Thank you, everyone, for being with us today and being intentional. You can find us at Set to Love. We're at www.settolove.com. We're also at Set to Love Podcast at Gmail. If you'd like to give us some information about yourself, ask us a question, give us some feedback, or even tell us something that you'd like to talk about, and we would love to talk about it. And
look at this, Shelley. See, look, I just spelled weekday mornings wrong. So there's one thing. See, I have something else on my to-do list. Fix that last banner.
You're amazing with all you do behind the scenes, Eva.
Let me write that down.
And so I don't want to forget to tell everybody, hit the bell, please subscribe. We're so excited that you're with us. And I want to thank all of our subscribers that have been so loyal. And you guys, you'll never know how much we look forward to this every morning. Big hugs. Oh, hi, Rose.
Hi, Rose. We love you. And Kim, too. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.